is another thing I want to bring up about the Odell Beckham thing. The only thing I don't like about the Odell Beckham contract is why did you let somebody catch you online dancing about getting money? See, this is why they believe they can control us with finance. You can't control me with finance, sir. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work that way. You cannot control me with finance, because if you think you control me with finance, then you're sadly mistaken. Because you can't. You can't. And when Odell Beckham allows somebody to show him dancing, I personally believe the powers that be went, got another one. Because, of course, you're happy that you got $65 million, but shake those people's hand, you go home and you dance. Stop allowing them to feel as if they can control you with money. I didn't like that. That's the only thing that I didn't like. Because, but back to the Aaron Donald thing, why the hell isn't he being paid? This dude should have been a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, but missed a whole bunch of sacks in the first quarter, in the second quarter, in the fourth quarter you get none, a.k.a. J.J. Watt. He is the defensive player because he looks like you, and you want to continue to prop up these dudes who don't do nothing in the clutch. It's amazing how when a lot of brothers don't do things in the clutch. Odell Beckham is the first wide receiver I ever heard somebody talk about his playoff record. What the hell? His playoff record? Are you serious? But we are looking at a situation where Aaron Donald is seriously being hosed. And ain't nobody talking about this dude who owns the Ram, who's a multi-billionaire. He actually, contrary to popular belief, he's richer than Jerry Jones, but he don't want to pay Aaron Donald. You have paid Aqib Talib. You played the other corner. You've played. You've given Adamakan Suh money. You've given, rightfully so, you've given Todd Gurley his money, but you don't want to give the Defensive Player of the Year, who's never caused you one problem. Todd Gurley has been injured. Todd Gurley has been a model citizen, but he's been injured. But he gets his money before Aaron Donald. It's a crime, man. It's a crime. And this is something else. This leads me to another issue that I want to address as we're talking about money. Why is it that professional athletes of today negotiate in the media? I think those dudes should just shut the hell up and then negotiate on their own and use this as a starting point for negotiations for your next contract. See, when you're Aaron Donald, this is why Kawhi Leonard his method is successful. Do the Kawhi Leonard method, because when you do it the way Kawhi Leonard does it, you're right. Wide receiver playoff record. Get the hell out of here. What about the quarterback, bro? But why are they negotiating in the media? I just don't understand why players do that. If I think you should be quiet, watch how they handle you, and when they handle you improperly, leave. Because when you do it that way, you maintain all the power. But when you have your agent go through back channels and do this and do that, and we doing this and do that, no. We're not doing that anymore. We have to stop negotiating in the media, because when you're negotiating in the media, you give them the power. When you negotiate like Kawhi Leonard, you maintain all the power. We don't know how to handle you. I mean, I'm not saying remove all personality like the homie Kawhi Leonard. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is stop talking about your money on TV. Don't talk about no money on ESPN. When they ask you about it, just say, hey man, I've hired people to talk about that. I don't talk about my finances on TV. You know, that's not my job. I'm here to talk about the game. Because when you start talking about your finances, they know where you are mentally. And when they know where you are mentally, they know how to come at you. But if you are working in a situation where you're working from a position of strength, you don't have to talk about your money, man, because it's going to get taken care of. It is. Because by hook or by crook, I'm going to get paid. And that's just the name of that tune. You are going to get paid. There is no loyalty in sports. There are a few teams that treat their players more respectfully than others, but you should be loyal to the last name. Your job as a professional athlete, this is just my personal opinion, your job as a professional athlete is not to is not to be loyal to the team. You should be loyal to your teammates. And how you be loyal to your teammates? By studying film, by eating right, by practicing hard, by being the best person at your position that you can be. Otherwise, go to hell. His position is more valued than running back. Exactly. Aaron's contract is going to be close to $75-80 million guaranteed. Way different than negotiating with girls. Exactly, Big Ant. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just a nonsense. But he's handling it properly. I'm not showing up until I feel like it. Y'all gonna give me my damn money back, and then I'm gonna keep it moving. And the same way with Khalil Mack. I'm not talking to anybody. Negotiate from a position of strength. I'm not letting you know what's going on in my head, because you're not paying rent in my head. I'm in total control of this situation. I'm going to handle this situation to the best of my abilities. And if you don't like it, so the hell what? I don't care if you don't like it. It's not for you to like or dislike the way I handle my personal business. That's not your get down. That's my get down. And if you don't like it, so what? I don't care. We have to get into it. These athletes, I gotta stop saying we, because I ain't negotiating the damn thing. But I believe that they have to put themselves in a position of strength. And complaining about money in the media ain't gonna get you no money. NFL teams will always try to squeeze the player that is on the rookie contract. They will have to avoid giving him that big bag as long as they can. Exactly. So to piggyback off what Angry Black Man just said, if you know that, if Angry Black Man knows that, and H-Rap B knows that, and Big Ant and Big L and the barbershop, and Trey from the barbershop, and Joe and everybody else in the chat room, if everybody knows this, then why are they negotiating in the media? That's stupid. That makes no sense. Get the hell out of here with that, man. Hold your cards to your chest, man. Don't let nobody know what your next play is, because you know what? At the same time, if they just think, if he somehow gives them the impression that they gonna do X, Y, and Z, and they don't franchise him and he walks, hey man, hey, I'm doing what's best for me, because when they cut your ass, they sure do what's best for them. So, hey, my advice to all professional athletes, whether you're in the NFL, NBA, or whatever, please stop negotiating in the media, because you really are not at a disadvantage. This is something that hit my head in the middle of the day yesterday, and I said I was going to bring it up. Look at how fast, rest in peace, Kanan. Yeah, hey man, damn, that was cold. The homie Kanan, 50 Cent out the game, man. My man get killed on his own show. You know, you live in foul when they kill you off your own show. But shout out to 50 Cent for even creating that platform for the brothers, and the sister who doing all the writing. That's dope. Shout out to her, man. Much love to her. She's doing her thing, man. Much love. But what I was about to say is, just to show you, to confirm what I was just saying, look at how Dez Bryant's name is being dragged through the mud. And he's a perfect example of what I'm talking about when I say we have to stop negotiating in the media. Dez Bryant is on mainstream media and he's on mainstream media and he's on social media making these comments, and then you got dickheads like Skip Bayless going on TV talking about he's crazy, he's hurt, and drawing negative attention to Dez. Dez, you have to stop negotiating and talking about your personal situation on social media and publicly, because they are using these things against you. Speaking of things things that's going the wrong direction, question, chat room, and anybody who's listening, if you're not in the chat room, I hope you are listening. Is Robert Griffin III playing for his career? Robert Griffin III allegedly was, and when he hit the league, he was supposed to change the quarterback position forever. This is a dude with world-class speed like Michael Vick. He had very little lateral quickness, but he had world-class Michael Vick speed. He had a hose for an arm. He was offensive rookie of the year. He was bringing the Redskins back, and here we are a few years later, wondering if Robert Griffin III is even going to be in football. What do you guys think about that, man? That is an amazing situation. How fast. This is why, again, you don't negotiate in the media. You don't make a spectacle of yourself. Now, if you want to maximize your brand value, of course, I get it. You do that. But how the hell is Robert Griffin III potentially fighting for his life in the NFL 4 or 5 years later? But Andrew Luck has been out the league for 2 years, and everybody talking about, man, Andrew Luck gonna be the man again. Why ain't Robert Griffin III gonna be the man again? How is it that it took the Ravens to sign Robert Griffin III, and him being out of football 2 years, and y'all signed every Rudy Pooch y'all could instead of signing Colin Kaepernick, and this dude Blake Bortles was down there with a Super Bowl ready team, and he ain't getting a shot? That's all I want to know. I mean, nobody's paying, in my opinion, I haven't heard a whole lot about Robert Griffin III. I've heard he's played well in the preseason, but I haven't heard a whole lot about Robert Griffin III NFL career. Because you got Lamar Jackson, who's not playing well, which may secure his position on the team. But how is it that we have a few teams in the league that need a solid quarterback, and Robert Griffin III is backing up Joe Flacco? That is a hell of a question, if you ask me. I mean, that's a hell of a quandary, I should say. Robert Griffin III is a black quarterback, so he gets no mention in the physical start or backup anywhere in NFL. Injuries have been an issue for him, but skill-wise, you can't tell me he shouldn't be at least. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to understand, which leads me to another situation. Where are the black backup quarterbacks? Where are the second chance brothers? You don't see a whole lot of brothers getting a second chances. When you don't live up to the hype, that's your ass when you black, man. The injury may have taken RG3 the RG3 we were supposed to get. Oh, of course, we're not going to see the flash and dash Robert Griffin III, but let's not forget, Joe, this is a dude who has a hell of an arm. And this is a dude who was slinging the ball all over the field. I mentioned this on the Barbershop show yesterday, man. Why is it that, and Joe, you being a bench warmer, a long-time bench warmer, why is it that we have all these lazy-ass coaches in all the sports? Well, not in all the sports, all the professional sports. Because, you know what? Bobby Petrino changed his whole get down to fit my man Lamar Jackson. And when a lot of these coaches in college say, oh, you do that good, we going to do that then. But why don't pro coaches do that? And you know, it's amazing how everybody else gets a coordinator to fit their style but us. Here's a fact that's little known. I might be mistaken, but if I'm not, if I'm remembering this correctly, Andrew Luck had a better 40 time than Cam Newton. Now, he would probably beat him in a foot race, but his 40 time was better than Cam Newton's. But you don't see them running a whole lot of run options with Andrew Luck. So why the hell is Cam doing that? Why aren't you hiring an offensive coordinator to highlight Cam's ability, but you're highlighting Andrew Luck's abilities? Now, I understand that Cam isn't a pocket passer. Cam has certain limitations. But Big Ben had a lot of limitations early in his career, and they played around those and won a Super Bowl with him. Russell Wilson up in Seattle, they're playing around. But, okay, exactly. Why is it that the black quarterback equals accuracy issues? I challenge anybody who's listening to show me a scouting report coming out of college in the last 15 years where the black quarterback hits issues wasn't accuracy. Cam Newton got accuracy issues. Griffin III got accuracy issues. Deshaun Watson got accuracy issues. But Baker Mayfield went 10 for 21 in his first game, and they was like, "Do you see how accurately he was throwing the ball?" I want to know how Baker Mayfield is the first player picked in a draft when he was running from the police and had police issues, and he's coming from a conference that is classically known as a conference that does not play defense. if you're in a conference that don't play no defense, that means you don't know how to throw a receiver open. If you don't know how to throw a receiver open, how effective can you